So the Jiggle Jiggle dance got bought by Fortnite, didn't it? I remember that happened just as we met you. Have you found it?
Yeah.
Sorry, 2.4 million. I said 3.
Liar. Compulsive liar.
Big for his boots.
Look at this. It's so shit. I literally just got back from the gymnasium.
The gymnasium. Oh.
Wow.
Look at that. Genius, right?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, I like that one.
that's
I like your little
actually
head.
quite good.
So it's
Head
actually
bubble.
like armography.
Yeah.
Armography.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
what
I
I
like that.
was going to call it, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I quite like that. It's
Well,
got a
But
Get on it,
there you
everyone.
go.
interesting flair to
Guys,
it.
go on. It's got the Brookie and Jessie appeal.
Yeah.
So, seal
That
of
was so
approval.
nerve-wracking. I'm so glad it
Yeah,
went
it's
that well.
okay. Don't worry. Well done. I'm proud of you. Yeah. So when we met you, you were about to have, or you'd either. I remember you saying you got contacted by Fortnite about the dance, and neither of you had ever like got any paid things with TikTok before, so you had no idea. And then was it you was like massaging someone? That sounds weird. It was your job. Yeah.
You need to talk about that.
Oh
You
my
need to-
god.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to work at this place where you basically used to stretch people. Like
Yeah.
people used
She
to
was a
come like
stretchologist.
stretchologist.
okay.
So they used to like lie on.
Actual like
This is a
terminology
real
that's
thing.
coming
Yeah,
out.
this is real. Yeah.
Stretchologist and armography.
Yeah, armography. This is
all real.
lingo.
Makeup
This is our world.
But yeah, I used to like stretch people, and I was just stretching like this woman, and I was like, "So, what do you do?" Like, I was like, and she was like, "I'm a social media manager." I was like, "Interesting, could be kind of handy." I was like, "Oh, like this is so random, but I might need your help." So then anyway, like got her number and stuff. Then I like in my 10-minute break, I rang Brooke and I was like, "This woman's gonna follow you on Instagram. Follow her back." And Brooke's like,
I was
"Why?
like, who is this?
Yeah.
What?
She's
She's
like,
like,
"This is
why?"
from the
I was like,
Stretch
"Just
Lab."
do it. I've got to go.
About the ratio.
Yeah, and I was like, I've got to go, just do it.
So I did it.
So she did it. Then we met up with her for drinks, and then she became our manager.
Is she still your manager now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is wild.
But
Yeah.
this is a bit crazy because you wouldn't normally talk to your clients, would you?
I didn't used to
I
speak.
remember you saying you
Yeah.
literally just used to
For
like
some
shut off and
reason-
not even speak to
Yeah,
them.
I used to like daydream
Yeah.
the whole time, but like for some reason I stroke up a
That's fair.
conversation.
That
Yeah.
is literally
Daydream,
fake.
just like not
It's
even really
like,
doing anything.
yeah.
Does it sound like?
Yeah.
Because I remember you saying that you probably would have sold it to Fortnite for like a couple £100.
Well, yeah, because we just didn't
But they
have
sold
a clue.
it for $1 million exclusive.
Yeah, no. But like you
Debunk.
don't before this though. How are you to know? Like I remember when I first started to
Exactly.
get things,
You don't
I would
know.
genuinely charge like £50 for a campaign.
Because
when
no one tells you.
I had like 1 million followers, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually getting money. That's
Yeah.
sick. Whereas you don't realize the money in it, especially
Yeah.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
Well,
That is
yeah.
mental.
We grew quickly and we had no idea, and I feel like we were quite vulnerable at that point. And we were
Yeah.
like, I would have just been like, yeah, great,
I'd be like,
£200.
tenner, yeah.
Yeah, the tenner.
Tenner, have it.
15.
But
Come
I've
on,
been like,
don't
yeah.
let yourself down.
$500.
No, I do it for
Feedback.
free. Like we were like just grateful for the opportunity, obviously. 'cause
But
it's
yeah.
so cool.
It was right place,
Yeah.
right time, and we were lucky.
Yeah.
That is madness.
It
Yeah.
felt like fate. Yeah.
Yeah.
did.
I mean, and then cut to now, you've collaborated with so many artists.
Yeah.
Like, you've got multiple Fortnite dances now, don't you? Which
Yeah.
is just a weird sentence to even say.
I know.
Get up and do them now. Go
No.
on. Show everyone at home.
But like,
It's
how...
funny because I've got a 13-year-old brother who loves Fortnite, and he like kills people, and then he dances on the dead body doing my dance.
No way! That is amazing.
It's so
that's my
weird.
favourite
Oh my
thing.
god, that's such a full circle moment. That is
Yeah.
wild.
Yeah,
Brooke, I'm doing it. I'm doing it again.
I'm doing it.
That is
it's
crazy.
very cute, isn't it?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So, who was the first artist that you collaborated with? Was it Meghan Trainor? Like big.
Like, well, our first like collab was Amelia.
Oh right. Okay,
Yeah.
of course.
So, because I, for some reason, we always think like, what actually propelled us to actually take it further?
Yeah,
'Cause
like, why did we do it?
Why did we actually think?
Just,
like,
why are we doing this?
I was just like, no, but I was just
Why?
like, were we just really big-headed? Like, oh yeah, this will work. Like, why?
I think
do you know what I mean?
the
It's
thing
weird,
is,
isn't it?
I think everybody thinks that about themselves. Because
Yeah.
if you speak about it, then it can come with an air of like, oh, I knew that I was going to like get
Yeah.
this. But in reality, I think you presented with an opportunity and you just
just
think, if
run
I don't
with
go
it.
with
Yeah,
it,
you have
I'll
to.
always regret it. So
Yeah.
I may as well just try it.
Exactly. So
And-
I DM'd Amelia and Louis, and I was like, "Hey, we made a dance," and she was like, she actually replied, and
I
so
can't believe
Louis
she
replied as
replied.
well. He shared it on his story, and she was like, "Oh my god, like let's meet up and do it." And she was the one who actually like was like, "Oh, girls, like you should make a YouTube channel. Like you should really do this." And we were like, "Oh, like that was I feel like the first time we'd thought." okay, maybe we should really take this seriously.
And like on our way to meet her, we were like, can you imagine if this was our life? Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine if
I remember having that conversation.
because we took the day off of work to do it. We
Yeah.
were like, can you imagine if like we did this
Such a
with more
big deal.
people?
Yeah,
Aw.
we were like, imagine if we get more collabs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But it's mental though, because it is such a thing of, obviously you hear about influencers and we know like who they are and everything, but I think especially being British, we see that as more of an American thing.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you never think it's going to happen to you.
Never.
No.
And then when it starts to happen, you don't even believe it. Even like until recently, I'll do like something quite big and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
it's
how
really
is
hard
this-
to comprehend.
Yeah.
And I always feel like we always talk about it. We're like, I always feel like we process it way later than it happened. Like when we got back from Australia,
It was like 2 weeks after. and
2 weeks after we were like,
oh.
wait, we just went to Australia. Like it was like really weird because it's so hard to keep
Yeah.
up with.
It
the
happened.
flow, I
Everything
think.
happens so fast at the end of the day, and with the nature of how you guys blew up and how useful what you do can be to so many people in the industry. Realistically, if you think about it, it's gonna happen a million times a minute. Like any artist nowadays who brings out a new song, gonna want to work with you two because that like songs become popular because of TikTok, and you are
Yeah.
massively helping that happen. So I can't even
mental.
imagine how you felt over this last year. Like,
Yeah, we
been
got
a whirlwind.
major imposter syndrome. We're like,
Yeah.
oh my god,
yeah.
like
We're always
what?
like, wait, like anytime like something cool happens, we're like, really? They want to work with us?
Oh,
like,
yeah. I think everybody gets
yeah,
that.
it
But
is
Yeah.
weird.
I think everyone except for like Cher must do that. Like,
Sure.
and then that's it.
Sure.
Cher. Yeah, sorry, that is my accent. Sure. Sorry, I didn't mean Cher. Sorry. But yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Well bloody done to you both. Well, another
thank
cheers.
you.
guys.
Another
Cheers.
cheers.
Another one.
Well
He
done.
has a
Well
tendency to do this.
I
Is
can't read.
Max
Right,
either
there we go.
slates the guests the whole time or just licks their ass?
Well, I just think that I'm just
I'm
like
glad
so proud
we
of
got
you.
the latter.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's
Well, we met
funny.
you only a few months ago, and to think how crazy it's got since then, it's absolutely mental. So well done.
Thanks.
cute. It's mad. We'll give each other like a look. We'll be in like a crowded place and like we'll look at each other and I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
thinking. It's like how
It's
how
kind
are
of
we
the
here?
look
Like
of what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be crazy to be able to do it with one of your best friends as well. I can't imagine being with anybody that I like on a regular basis.
Yeah, it must be
So
difficult.
yeah, really
That's
happy
nice.
for you too. Right. So anyway, Meghan Trainor. How did
Yeah.
all that come about? Because
Maggie.
that's just incredible.
Oh, I love
Can we just-
Maggie.
when we were at another name drop, we were at the Jonas Brothers, and they just normally if this was anybody else, I'd be like, oh, they're trying to be like, oh, look who I know. But you were just like, oh, Maggie's messaged. Like didn't even say it to,
Maggie.
like, to be like to anyone. It was literally just a gesture like, look, Maggie's messaged.
it becomes a meme.
And I was like,
Oh,
Maggie.
Maggie. Yeah, we were like Meghan Trainor.
I don't know. We don't like to say MT because it's like musical theatre,
Yeah.
and people call it MT. So we're like
MT,
Maggie,
and we're like, oh, musical theatre. So we're like Maggie.
that's her name. I like that you've held on to that, Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie.
That was my claim to fame.
Yeah.
Yeah, there
I
you
know
go.
someone who got a message from Meghan Trainor.
Maggie.
No, I think she followed. Well, she duetted we did Made You Look.
Yes.
When did we do that?
October.
October. Oh, must have been around the same time.
Oh.
We made that dance and then she duetted it and did the dance, and then she followed us on TikTok and messaged us being like, thank you so much for what you've done for my song. Like,
And then she
really
did it
grateful.
like
That must
she
be
did it
so
many more
wild.
times.
Yeah, we were
Thanks
so-
for everything you've done for me.
I
You're
know, I
like,
was like,
That
you're
is
Meghan
mental.
Trainor, like,
Yeah.
what have we done? I was like, we just danced a little bit.
Yeah, it's mad. And then she invited us to her house in LA to do it with her.
Wow.
Maggie Manor.
Maggie
Maggie
Manor.
I like that. Yeah.
And that's when she told us about her new song to do the
Mother,
dance for that.
yeah.
And
So that was so cool because we went in January to LA to Meghan's house, and that's when she told us about Mother. But obviously, it wasn't common knowledge. We couldn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
But she showed us the music video then,
Wow.
and
With
we
Kris
had we
Jenner,
were like,
oh my god, you
we
must
were
have
like
lost it.
like lips sealed, like we couldn't tell anyone.
Yeah.
But we like when I tell you our faces.
she was watching us the whole time.
Believe,
Like,
Yeah.
because we didn't know Kris Jenner was going to be in the video, and we were just like
that is like the
shell-shocked.
best. I can't think of anybody who is more perfect
More
for that music
perfect.
the
video.
most
Oh my
iconic
God.
mother, isn't
Yeah,
it? It's
literally.
like
It's
the
perfect.
Oh my god, I wish it was
Yeah.
my mom.
Oh, me too. Momager.
Literally.
Oh, she's so good.
Your
but like
mummy.
having that
Yeah.
that in our brain, like Mother, for like weeks before it came out, we
Yeah.
kept singing it around the tube, but then I
Yeah,
got
and we were
scared.
like, oh my god.
Like, oh my god, no one knows about this. And
It's
then
so
we'd end
catchy.
it.
As
So
if
Yeah.
somebody would go, That sounds like a new Meghan Trainor song.
Yeah.
I don't know if we get
Imagine.
scared and then we end it like we go, I am your mother, and then I'd end it
Knows
with Mother
best.
knows best.
Yeah, we'd always be like,
Rip on
just
song.
checking if anyone's hearing. You always used to do that.
Yeah.
You just go, an original by Brooke.
Yeah. Like, oh, my new song.
Switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. So when it finally came out, I felt like I've been holding in this big
Yeah,
secret.
we've got like no more secrets to
I know.
hide
We
anymore.
liked having a
Aw.
secret.
Yeah.
I'm sure you'll get some more.
We need some
I'm
more
sure you'll get
secrets.
some more,
Anyone
yes.
want to tell us your secrets?
Let us know. Comment down
Yeah.
below.
Send us your
podcast for
secrets.
you.
Yeah.